what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Justin here. As always, guys, thanks for stopping by and hanging out with me today to talk about all these amazing things that I have in this gigantic stack right in front of me. Before we get started, I wanted to let you know that I did just post my top 20 Blu-ray and 4K releases of 2021. I go over all my top 20 favorite releases from labels like Arrow Video, Severin, Scream Factory, Vinegar Syndrome, and I threw in a couple of fun honorable mentions. I also did just post my top 10 Vinegar Syndrome releases of 2021, and again, I threw in some fun honorable mentions. I tried to sneak in as many titles as I could into those videos. Those two videos, including this video, are the first 3 videos I've posted on this brand new channel. You can catch me on my main channel, Movie Watch Daily, for movie news and reviews, but this channel I wanted to start just to dedicate fully to physical media and collecting. So on this channel, you'll find toys, collectible unboxings, Blu-ray hauls, Blu-ray shopping videos, Blu-ray reviews, all that good stuff, all that, sorry buddy, all the B movie and cult movie stuff that we all love. So with all that away, let's get into why you guys are here and let's talk about all this amazing stuff I have in front of me. You ready, Pete? Let's do it. So we're gonna start with the Blu-rays here, and to be honest, I have quite a few blind buys. Most of these movies I have yet to see, including this one. Our first title from MVD is Jack Frost 2. I have seen the first Jack Frost many times. I own the Vinegar Syndrome release of that, but I'm happy to have the second one. Now, MVD did release Jack Frost 1 and 2, and they have the matching slip covers, which is really nice. I do really like this art. It's pretty fun, colorful. I can't wait to dive into this one. I'm sure it's every bit as genius and Oscar winning as the first one. So let me know your thoughts on this one and any title I talk about down in the comments below. I got some doozies in here that we're going to talk about. So first up, Jack Frost 2. Pale Blood, also from Vinegar Syndrome. I believe this is from 1990. This one I did have to cop off eBay after it had already sold out. At least the slipcover version sold out on Vinegar Syndrome's website. I think I got this for around 30 bucks, so not too bad for an aftermarket Vinegar Syndrome. I have not seen this movie since the 90s. This used to be on a loop on HBO or Cinemax, one of those channels, when I still lived with my parents as a kid, and I'd sneak down into the basement and watch a whole bunch of shit I wasn't supposed to be watching. And I remembered this movie, so when I saw Vinegar Syndrome released it, I wanted to pick it up, but I slept on it and missed the slipcover. So eBay to the rescue, but now I have it. I love the artwork on this one. Look forward to checking out Pale Blood again. Next up, a blind buy actually. I've never seen this one, and this is Severin's release of Perdita Durango, 4K restoration with the director's cut. That stars Javier Bardem and Rosie Perez. I've heard so many things about this movie. I know it's got a pretty infamous cult following. I guess this movie gets pretty crazy, so I really look forward to checking this out. What year is this? This is 97, so really in the heart of that sort of edgy 90s auteur writer-director driven era of the 90s independent film era. I remember a lot of these type of movies coming out. So I've heard great things about the restoration too, so really looking forward to checking that out. And these Severin slipcovers are a bitch to get off sometimes, aren't they? God damn, they need to loosen those up a bit. Another blind buy with Arrow's release of 1982's Death Screams. Now this definitely is one that I've heard very mixed reviews. I watched a few reviews on this. It was hit or miss, but the premise was enough to sell me, at least enough for me to want to give it a try. So maybe it sucks, maybe it doesn't. Either way, it's a great release, and I got it on a really good price. I can't remember how much I paid for it, but I didn't pay a whole lot for this, so I figured, what the hell. There was 2 different editions of this. They had another with the slipcover that had this cutout that you could see through to the case. It was kind of cool, but I'm happy with this one too. This is a cool release, and that is 1982's Death Screams from Arrow Video. You know, I try to keep it real with you guys. I gotta be honest, there's a part of me that almost wanted to leave this out of the haul because it's an embarrassing title, but god damn it, I refuse to be embarrassed by the movies that I watch. So when I tell you that I picked up Bingo on Blu-ray off Amazon, I have no shame. 1991's Bingo. This was in a little, like a bunch of these animal movies were coming out around this time. There was Free Willy, Bingo, the Lassie remake, which I am not embarrassed to say I like that one as well, but I don't know, man. This movie just had charm, and I watched it so many times back in the day. I saw that it got a Blu-ray release, and I thought, what the hell, man? You know, don't judge me. So now I own 1991's Bingo. It's a terrible movie. Even like by kids movie standards and dog movie standards. You also have to wonder about the ethics of a lot of these movies that were done back in the day, but I don't know, man. I'm not gonna talk about Bingo anymore. Next up, another blind buy from the folks at 88 Films, and this is Zombie High, starring Virginia Madsen. And I actually just noticed Paul Feig credited here too. I don't know if that's the same Paul Feig that made the brilliant Ghostbusters 2016. I'll be curious to check that out. But I had never even heard of this movie, but I saw they were releasing it. It looked cool. I love Virginia Madsen. She's fantastic. So I thought, why not? What do you guys know about Zombie High? I don't know. I'd never even heard of it. So we'll see how that is. That's from 88 Films, 1987's Zombie High. Next up, Saint Maud, a movie that I have seen and that I love. I have a review for it on my other channel. This is a movie that I just realized today I did not include in my top 10 movies of 2021. This movie was made before then, but didn't get its release until early this year, finally. And I definitely would have included this as an honorable mention. It may have even cracked my top 10 of the year. It's a religious-based sort of a horror movie. It has a lot of horror elements, but really it's like a psychological thriller, psychological drama. It's an A24 film. It's really dark. It's really weird. I highly recommend checking out Saint Maud. It has a lot of atmosphere, a lot of creepiness, a really controversial ending, some sort of cringy, hard to watch scenes. I definitely recommend checking it out, and that is 2021's Saint Maud. Actually, I think it was made in 2019, but we got it in the US in 2021. Next up, Two Blind Buys. Can you believe it? And that is 4K restorations of both Maniac 2 and Maniac 3, both from Blue Underground, as they just continue to just pound out 4K restorations of all of their movies that they've released before. I can't say I blame them, whatever. I look forward to checking these out. I've heard nothing but pretty much good things about all three movies. Lots of good special features. I've heard their restorations on these are great. I know Blue Underground is pretty well known for how good their restorations are, especially on movies like Zombie. So I'm really looking forward to checking these out. That's Maniac Cop 2 and 3 from Blue Underground. And now that we're done with the movies here, we're getting into the other stuff. And this is this really cool thing I actually just stumbled upon on Walmart.com. And this is this green light collectibles Hollywood cars or some shit. And it's the 58 Plymouth Fury from Christine. Really cool thing here. I don't know if I can open this up and maybe I'll crack it. I planned on opening this anyway, but they have one. I got another one that was in another one of my hauls when I was still posting them on the other channel, but there's a Freddy Krueger. It's a Cadillac that's pretty cool. But yeah, here it is. Do the doors open? Oh, the doors, I don't know if they open or not. Doesn't look like it. But really cool, the Plymouth Fury from Christine. Really cool little piece to put on a shelf or just like have in the background somewhere. It's a great little knick-knack. Maybe I'll scare Pete with this every once in a while. Next up is the hardbound, the hardcover edition of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I've had this for, oh no, I dropped it. I've had the paperback of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood for a long time now, and I still haven't read it. So basically this is an expansion of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, the movie. The novel was written by Quentin Tarantino. Bunch of extra things, some questions answered about certain characters in the movie. I don't really know exactly what to expect with this, but I've heard great things about it. I'm a Tarantino junkie, so I will forever buy anything that he puts out. And then I have just a shitload of Fangorias. I've been collecting Fangoria for years now. I'm working on a complete collection, but man, I don't know if you can see this. Let me hold it up for here. A massive stack of Fangorias. Now, if anybody out there has Fangorias that are just sitting around gathering dust, hit me up on Instagram. I'll link my Instagram down below, or hit me in the comments and I will take them off your hands. Let me know. But I have a bunch of good ones from 99, the mid 90s, late 90s. I actually picked up a bunch from the 80s. Let's see, I'll just grab a random one here. This is one from when Exorcist 3 was coming out. I don't know if you can see that with the glare. Tales from the Dark Side, the movie. This is issue 9 here with Motel Hell. Actually Fangoria #1. This is, I actually have a couple of these. The very first issue of Fangoria ever. So that's it. Really, really cool stuff here. So bunch of Fangorias. Like I said, if you guys have any on you want me to take off your hands, I will gladly do that. Last thing is this book, this big hard book. I got it for Christmas. Selling the Movie, The Art of the Film Poster. This was actually like a White Elephant game gift or something, and then somebody just gave it to me because they knew I'd love it. But basically it's the history of movie posters. So it's got all of these iconic movie posters going back, you know, from the 1910s all the way to current. So you just go through each page and it's a different era of Hollywood, a different era of cinema, and just all of these iconic posters, and they talk about the artists, just a bunch of cool movies. For Rabid, Carrie, Halloween, Exorcist. Really, really cool. I'm really looking forward to thumbing through that. And that's about all I got, guys. So yeah, that's it for this haul. I'll be back again soon. I know I have some more things in the mail. I always have something coming. So thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Like and subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.